everyone, it's me, Demetra K of the Demetra K Show here on YouTube and a proud contributor of the African Diaspora News channel. If you could do me a favor and please like this video and subscribe to both channels if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. As you guys know, on January 6th, when the election was going to be certified, or was certified rather, there was a big insurrection that took place at the behest of President Donald Trump. He told all of his followers, supporters, the MAGA crowd to go down to Congress and let them know that you mean business and basically shake up the Republicans who are on the fence and not going along with not certifying the election, right? So you guys know what happened. They went in and they tore stuff up. They being white supremacy and a few tools of white supremacy went into the Congress, halls of Congress, broke windows, stole stuff. And you guys also know infamously, one of the guys who has now been arrested put his feet up on Nancy Pelosi's desk and ran off with a piece of her mail. All right. So while all of that was going on, the Congress people were running around. They're afraid, frantic for their lives. They're trying to, find a safe place to hide. And one of those people who spoke about their experiences was that of Ayanna Pressley of Massachusetts. She's the Congresswoman of Massachusetts, the one that suffers with alopecia. And the reason I'm telling you that is because while she was in hiding, her husband and a few staffers, they said, they put on their gas masks and everything. And another concern of hers was, catching COVID. And being that she does have alopecia, it puts her more at risk for whatever reason. And so she says while they were, trying to protect themselves with the gas mask, because they didn't know what was going to go on, one of her staffers tried to locate the panic button, because I guess there's a few of them in her office, and unbeknownst to them, they had been completely removed. Not just the button, but the whole unit had been removed. And so she, being Miss Pressley, said at that point, they knew they weren't safe. They knew that, perhaps one of their fellow Congress people who are of white supremacy probably set her up. And so she removed herself from the room of other Republicans, perhaps, I believe that's what she said, Republicans that might have put her in danger. And so she says, they were very fearful because they didn't know what was going to happen. But just to think that the panic buttons were removed, it would make you want to ask why. Why were those buttons removed? Now, we also learned that the day before, some members of Congress were giving people tours of the halls of Congress, if you will, the day before. And so, a lot of information is starting to come out. We're hearing that, police officers, military, and some Congress people, senators, were all involved in the insurrection. We've seen a few police officers, including one here in Houston that Phil spoke about earlier, that was arrested because he took himself to the barrage on Congress, if you will, with the rest of the MAGA folks. And so don't ever think that, or how about this? Don't ever be surprised that, this could be an inside job. Like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Of course it's an inside job. Who do you think has been running Congress and Washington really since its inception? White supremacists. And so, of course, they're going to do everything in their power to remain in power. And we know that Donald Trump was their last great hope for, remaining in power as white supremacists. And a lot of them, and it wasn't, the people outside, the followers, the MAGA crowd who stood out there in the cold listening to Trump, they were really the scapegoats, if you will. Now, I'm not saying they didn't go along willingly. They did. But the true puppeteers are the ones that are sitting right there in the halls of Congress, the police officers, the military, and everybody else who's kind of hiding behind the scenes and now are being dragged out for being a part of it. And so, I just thought you should know that. As you guys will also see, more and more things are going to come out every day. And I wouldn't be surprised if some real heavy hitters, their names start to drop as being really in cahoots with Donald Trump, because we also know that it is said that Donald Trump had given them the go-ahead months before that January 6th was going to be significant, and that if they didn't get their way, of course, you guys also know Donald Trump sued like 64 times in order to have the election results turned over and it didn't come out to his favor. And so January 6th was supposed to be when the MAGA crowd was going to go wild, and you guys saw that they did. And so stay tuned. More things will be coming out and more key players. I don't know for sure, but, you know, something tells me more key players are going to be exposed as to their actual role in this historical insurrection on Congress. So you guys, for more insightful videos, please subscribe to this channel. Peace.